We were talking about perceptions. The first perception about you is that you are racist and you want to chase white people into the sea. And we've now crossed that, and you said you're not going to chase white people into the sea. If you do, it's going to be from Margate's speech. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is Julius Malema enriched himself. So now he's talking about corrupt politicians. He's corrupt himself. Your case is coming up on the 30th of September, isn't it?
Let my case go through. I'm not scared. I've always said bring it on. The first thing people need to appreciate about Julius Malema is that he respects the rule of law. He has permanently subjected himself to the rule of law. He appears before the courts when he's accused, and therefore he doesn't think that he's above the law, unlike others.
Why didn't you pay?
So I go before the court. You are talking about the corrupt case. It's coming.
Yeah.
You know, that case is very interesting because when we arrested, we were 10. And then 4 or 5 of the fellow accused have since been released because they were said they bribed me with 1 million in exchange for tenders. And then their case was separated from mine. They got tried separately. They couldn't even take a stand the way the state failed to present a watertight case.
Okay.
And they were discharged.
So are you saying to me that, because you said about the tax situation, the tax that you owe, you said, well, Zuma's behind this. Are you saying Zuma's behind this as well, this corruption?
You know, Zuma called Ace Magashule to Ngandla to discuss me. And my criminal case was discussed by security cluster ministers during that strike in Marikana when I was intervening there. They called the Hawks and said, you need to act on this. Advocate Jiba, who was acting NDPP at the time, got political instruction. Politically concocted charges will never stand the test of time in a court of law.
So what you're saying to me,
I'm not worried about
you are
that.
saying to me you are innocent of all these charges against you when it comes to corruption, but you do owe the tax.
No, the tax, I've canvassed that point with SARS.
Yeah.
We've reached a settlement, and I don't want to be going back to my justification.
Yeah.
There's a point where, as a man, even if you don't agree, you just say, look, let's put this behind us.
I was just wondering how much money you earned if you owed like 18 million in tax.
No, it was 4 million primary debt, and they put 50% penalty plus 200% interest. And when you come forward and say, let's settle, SARS does that all the time. But in my case, they were refusing. You see, SARS settles, and it even settled with people with big monies like Dave King. So who's Julius Malema not to be not to settle with?
But point is, Zuma's behind all of this, you're saying?
I know how they operate. I've worked with them. They can't tolerate dissent. They can't tolerate opposition.